How can a country like India hope to sustain its growth when every year natural disasters claim over 15 lakh houses and hundreds of lives? Hundreds of crores of rupees are spent in bringing rescue and relief to the victims. Natural disasters not only wipe out entire sections of humanity, they also upset the socio-economic lives of millions and are an enormous strain on the nation's resources. The questions we need to ask are, what are natural hazards? When do they become disasters? And what can we do to prevent them? Natural hazards, like cyclones and floods, occur due to disturbances in the atmosphere. Earthquakes are caused by movements deep below the Earth's surface along geological faults. Man has no control over these natural phenomena. However, we can prevent a natural hazard from becoming a disaster. It is only when natural hazards impact our settlements, places where we live and work, that they become disasters. Amongst many such natural events, earthquakes, cyclones and floods are known to be the major hazards, which account for much more loss of life, property and infrastructure. We can neither predict an earthquake nor can we stop it. But we can do the next best thing. We can save our homes and consequently save millions of lives. As we stand at the threshold of a new millennium, we are proud that science and technology today offer the means to avert these colossal disasters. It's time we availed of this technology to build a safer world. Imagine a world where you can be at ease in the eye of a storm or in the middle of a tremor. You can make that possible. India is at the leading edge of this technology. As a matter of fact, India is recognized the world over for its expertise in fortifying buildings to resist disasters. Using indigenous materials and at a minimal cost of only 2 to 6% of the total cost of construction, you can fortify your home while retaining its original look. When you've spent a lifetime savings to build your dream home, won't you spend just a little more to protect both your house and your family? Your existing homes can easily be fortified by strengthening the walls and the roof. A few simple belts, bands and pillars, strategically placed, can protect your home from disaster. A stitch in time can build you a safer home for tomorrow. To prevent hazards from becoming disasters, we need to change our current stance on crisis-oriented rescue and relief operations. We now need to focus on pre-disaster proactive measures, so alarm bells need never sound again. To prioritize our efforts in disaster prevention, we have mapped the vulnerability of regions and districts of the country. It is estimated that over 54% of the country's area is liable to moderate to severe earthquakes. Earthquakes of magnitudes 7.5 on the Richter or more have already hit Andaman Islands, the Kutch area of Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Kashmir, North Bihar and northeastern states. Earthquakes of 6.5 have occurred in North Indian plains and peninsular India. With 8% of our land area prone to cyclones, the 50-kilometer strip on the east and the west coast is expected to face very severe ones, where between 1891 and 1990, 295 cyclonic storms have occurred, including 110 widely destructive types. Occurrence of floods in the major rivers of the Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra plains and the delta areas of peninsular India is a yearly feature. Floods are in fact the most common and frequent of all natural hazards, and the danger they pose is of a very serious nature. The Vulnerability Atlas of India presents a state-wise hazard map and risk level of different types of houses in each district. This atlas would be useful for planning pre-disaster measures for safety. If the Kangra earthquake of 1905 was repeated in 1991, it would claim thousands of lives and inflict losses of thousands of crores of rupees. However, we found A. If all houses had been constructed as per disaster-resistant technology in the first place, the loss of lives could be mostly prevented and total losses would have been reduced to less than half. And B. If all existing houses had been retrofitted post-construction, including incremental costs, the damages would still be reduced by 1/3. A similar cost-benefit analysis of the Andhra cyclone of 1977, if repeated in 1997, reveals a saving of hundreds of crores in the damage to the buildings. Besides money, of course, there is an even greater incalculable loss due to disruption in socio-economic lives of people and resultant trauma, which could easily have been avoided. To convince ourselves that such preventive techniques do work, all we need to do is take a look at the housing colony at Mahidanda in Uttarkashi, where all houses that had been constructed as per disaster-resistant technology are still standing, while the neighboring areas have been razed to the ground. In an increasingly urbanized age, environmental upsets like El Niño and natural disasters in general are occurring more frequently and in an alarmingly haphazard way. While we cannot foresee them all of the time, we can fortify ourselves against the irreconcilable losses that follow. First, we need to change attitudes. Simple construction techniques must be instituted by way of modifying the Town and Country Planning Act, the Master Plan, and Regional Plan regulations, and also the municipal bylaws for buildings. This will not only highlight the importance of disaster planning in the first instance, but would also ensure enforcement of simple codes and guidelines in the design and construction of safer buildings. It is imperative that we conduct an intensive awareness drive for all levels of society, ranging from the common man who builds his house to the people's representatives, administrators, professionals, architects, and builders who design and construct the buildings, and municipalities which approve the development plans, and authorities responsible for master plans and land use planning. We must remember, after all, that a house saved is a house constructed.